Thermoregulation is the process of maintaining a constant body temperature. It's an example of a negative feedback loop where there's a receptor that detects a certain condition within the body. And if there's any deviation or movement away from that set point, then a response occurs to bring the condition back to that set point. The thermoregulation is controlled by a receptor called the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus is here in the brain. It detects the temperature of the blood. When the body temperature increases, say it's a hot day or for whatever reason body temperature increases, it's detected by the hypothalamus and messages are sent to different parts of the body to respond. One of those responses is to increase sweating. The process of sweating, and when the sweat evaporates off the skin, it takes heat away from the body. Another one is vaso dilation. Vaso meaning blood vessel, and dilation meaning open up. So the blood vessels of the skin open up, and that's why you get red in the face on a hot day. So the skin blood vessels open up, so more blood moves to the surface so that heat can be taken to the surface and radiate off. The third one is about decreasing the metabolic rate. So the metabolic process of the body involve burning glucose for energy in the body. Now that process releases heat into the body. So one of the responses is to make the cells reduce their metabolic rate, reduce the rate in which they're burning glucose. So the response of all of these processes is that the body temperature decreases back to that 37 degrees. 37 degrees is that set point for the body temperature. On a cold day, or where for whatever reason the body temperature decreases below 37 degrees, well, there's a series of responses again. One is that the body shivers. So shivering is a process of involuntary contraction of the muscles of the body. And of course, the using muscles is doing work, so it actually produces heat as a byproduct. Another one is goosebumps. So goosebumps involve the hairs around the body standing up on end, and what that does is it actually traps a thin layer of air next to the skin, and the body heat just heats up that little layer of air and it insulates the body a little bit like a wetsuit does. So that's the goosebumps. The next one is the opposite to vasodilation that we see when it's hot. This time it's called vaso constriction. And constriction means closing. So the blood vessels at the skin, they close. So you see blue lips in somebody who's cold. So the blood vessels around the skin close to stop body heat, to stop blood and then body heat from going close to the extremities where it can escape into the environment. And the last thing, opposite to this decreased metabolic rate with when the body's hot, this time we have an increased metabolic rate. So the cells of the body are burning glucose faster to produce heat as a byproduct. And that's actually the reason why you feel hungry on a cold day and you're not hungry on a hot day. So these four responses work to increase the body temperature back up to 37 degrees.